I've got to gear up to do some tapping in this machine. It's been a very long time since I've done this. Tapping is always very sketchy in this particular machine. There's multiple reasons. One is I don't have true three-phase power here, and it's a three-phase motor, and you rely on the way three-phase motors reverse in order to make tapping work. I've got a phase converter, and it does a reasonable job. It does work, but it's always kind of spooky because you never really know if it's going to reverse the same way it should. Another reason is this machine is just quirky to begin with. When you are tapping, you program your feed rate as a normal feed, which I understand some machines do. Now I've got a 5/16 18 tap. That's 18 threads per inch. And I'm going to be running 90 RPMs. So 90 RPMs divided by 18 is 5.0 inches per minute. So that's where my Z feed rate comes in. And some of the other things that are odd about this machine, you can stop the machine in the middle of a tap cycle, and of course everything comes to a screeching halt and your tap probably breaks. You can adjust your feed rate override knob while it's tapping, which it can be helpful if the spindle isn't where you think it is. You know, the RPMs aren't quite right, then you can adjust the feed rate. But it's a little hard to get used to working like that because most machines they lock out the override and they will not let you stop in the middle of a tap cycle. Once you hit the start button and go, you're just going, and that's all you get. It's kind of ironic because when I ran other machines that did do that, I always kind of was, I would always be used to this way. It always kind of made me nervous when I was locked out of the override and when I couldn't stop the machine. But in reality, that's actually the safer way to tap. Either way works, and again, this does work, but like I said, it's kind of sketchy. We'll see here. I'm tapping wood, which obviously doesn't work real well, but that's so I hopefully don't break a tap if things go wrong here. I don't have any taps larger than 5/16, or at least I don't have any tap holders larger than 5/16 that I could use, so that's one of the reasons I'm using wood. A 5/16 tap is kind of easy to break. And I did successfully tap a hole here. And it worked exactly as planned. But I'm going to tap some more holes just to verify 100% that it's working, and of course then you'll get to see how I do this in the video. Well, here goes nothing. We'll see what happens. Well, there you have it. Looks like 4 more cleanly tapped holes. The funny thing is the wood flexes so much that the compression spring on the tap holder never actually does anything. The wood kind of pushes down. But you can see that my RPM and feed rate are right on the money, and the reversing works pretty good because you never see the extension spring come into play on the tap holder either. Now I just have to make sure I have the material that I need to drill and tap holes in, and then I've got a ton of drilling and tapping to do. Doesn't need to be done right away, but I kind of wanted to get this tried out and ready to go long ahead of time. Thank you for watching.